I'm Paul Ryan, your host of the Across the Cowboys podcast. If you're new to the show, thank you for joining us. And to our regular listeners, welcome back. With me, as always, is my co-host, the greatest co-host in the world, Mike The Pig Crum. Mike, how are you?
Doing good, man. Little hit of bronchitis, which probably was due to a lot of screaming yesterday, last night watching the game. And I think I messed up my lungs, and it's that easy with my body. Like, I just yell too much and something goes wrong. So I didn't sleep a lot, but who cares? Like, it's all been worth it for us to finally beat Brady and no road victories till 90. Like, so many things got knocked off the list, 0-4 in the wild card road games last 25 years, or as a wild card. Sorry, not road games, as a wild card and not a division winner. We've lost in the wild card round. We haven't won in the wild card round for 25 years. And I lived through all that. I'm not the youngster that's just coming around that loves the star. I saw us win through 3 Super Bowls. So, having to go through all that and now finally be like, all right, we finally exercised that demon. Now what's next? It was worth all the shit. So mind my voice. If it sounds a little hoarse and everything, there's a reason, and we'll get through it. It's all good.
It sounds like you've got the black lung pop.
Yeah, for real, bro. If it feels like it, for real, I feel like I'm 90, dude. It's ridiculous.
Do you know what that line's from?
I know I've heard it, but I can't picture the movie.
Mugatu. No, one of the characters in that movie is Mugatu.
And you jumped around a little bit. I didn't hear that. Give me that one more time.
Mugatu was one of the characters in the movie, in the film.
Oh, Will Ferrell, Zoolander.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I thought you said Mugatu, and I was like, that was the Dracula movie?
What? Oh, no.
Yeah, I was totally lost for a second. Then when I heard it correctly, I was like,
I'm surprised we haven't ranked our top 5 Will Ferrell movies yet.
Have we not?
Nope.
That's crazy. Yeah, we'll have to. What, man? That'd be tough. That's a good one. You seen the new Spirited? Brilliant. Him and Ryan Reynolds is like a musical. It is genius. It's like Scrooged redone, the Bill Murray movie. Man, burns.
Yes, sir. All right, Mike. Well, let's get to some football talk. Before we do that, let the people know where they can find you on Twitter.
At City Piglet, guys. Nice and easy.
I'm Paul Ryan. You can find me on Twitter at Paul_Ryan15. Okay, Mike, before we discuss football, we wanted to typically this is the part where we discuss Meatless Monday. However, it being Tuesday and all, I thought we'd talk about what we ate for the game. You let me know last week, or you let the audience know last week what were you going to do for the game. Talk to us about your game day spread.
I stuck to it too because they had pizza Thursday of the week before, and I grabbed 2 slices, nothing crazy, nothing that would destroy. And I was like, maybe I don't feel like pizza. And then it got game day, and I'm working. And I'm like, nah, dude, it's easy. Throw it in the oven, just do it. So I got 3 pizzas. I got a stuffed pizza, which is a Papa Murphy's specialty. So it's a crust like a regular pizza, and then another crust is folded on top of it. And then that crust also gets sauce and cheese. So it's one of those. It was 5 meat. It was really good. Yeah. And then I got a combination pepperoni, sausage, black olives, mushrooms. They call it the Cowboy. And then I got a cheese, but they offer these special meatballs you could buy. So I bought the meatballs, heated them up, diced about half of them up, and put them on with some ricotta on the cheese pizza and cooked that. So we had a lot of options for the pizza. It was really good.
That sounds delicious, man. I love Papa Murphy's.
Papa Murphy's is so underrated, dude, because you have to bake it, but it's delicious.
Yeah, so we kept it pretty light here, Mike. This household doesn't eat a lot. If you know, if usually when I'm like supplying the food, I get way too much. But last night, like I said, we kept it simple. So I just made some buffalo chicken dip, served that with tortilla chips, some celery, and carrots, and we had that. But man, it was still good.
It's weird. I hear you perfectly, but your video is like a second behind.
Yeah.
So I hear you, and then I look at you, and you're saying the last thing that I just heard. It's like a bullet from a sniper rifle.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with StreamYard lately, man, but you've been doing the same thing for a couple of weeks.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. We never really brought it up like that. I wonder if my internet's on the right one. Man, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's not just you though. It was also my screen too, but I don't know why it's been doing that lately. But when we recorded on Friday, it didn't do it, so I don't know what's going on.
Long as the audience, if it's happening and you're watching, comment, let us know. Hey, it's off, and which one of us is off, and like how far and everything.
Yes, sir. All right, Mike. Let's talk some football. Let's get the audience back engaged here. Looking at the game last night, which side of the ball played better, offense or defense?
Special teams, no, definitely not. I'm going defense myself. Man, I just when we talked about like, is this the worst possible matchup? The reason we said that is Tom Brady, all those receivers against our backup corners, and then game day of Nashawn Wright's got an illness and is inactive, and it's like, oh my God, like what the hell are they gonna do? And then Dan Quinn just flipped the script on them and played a bunch of big, tall dudes in the slot and pressed those guys up. They don't really have shifty Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, types. They're all more bigger, catching traffic type guys. And we just manned them up all over the field and disrupted the routes. And it kind of, the worry of the pass rush got in Brady's head, and they were just able to, if you'd have told me we'd have shut out Tampa Bay in the first half, like shut them out in the first, they almost made it through all three quarters. Their first touchdown came on the last play of the third quarter. So the defense was just, both sides were impressive, but the defense was incredibly impressive. Shut out in the first half, almost to three quarters. Brady's first red zone turnover since 2019. Like, just way to game plan. For forever under Jason Garrett, we had to hear like, we're going to line up and do what we do. And, you kind of have to try to out-talent them. And to have a coaching staff, a defensive coordinator that's like, no, dude, against this team, it's better to press man on them. We got to disrupt routes. They don't have real fast guys. We can defend them that way. And have them do it is just, it's so much fun. And so it's been nice. I love it.
Mike, for me, I'm going to say the offense, because even as good as our defense was, you looked at Tom Brady and the Buccaneers offense, man, something was just off all game. I know, again, our defense had a lot to do with that, but Mike Evans wasn't running the right routes. I mean, they were never on the same page. Like Tom Brady, you could look at him, it's like he just wasn't really engaged at all until it seemed like the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I believe that they were fooled by Dallas for I don't remember it in any game this year where they just went full press man for like 70% of the snaps. It felt like. Now, I want to go back over it when I'm not so exhausted, but it felt like at least every big third down they were like, let's press man, and let's go up on the line and jam these receivers. And it was a incredible game plan. But I understand the thought of the offense too. Like, they kicked ass.
Yeah, man, what an incredible game. Speaking of the offense, Mike, was this the best game of Dak has ever played?
I mean, easily for me, like, considering the magnitude of the game with all the can't win on grass and can't win as a wild card and can't win on the road and Tom Brady, you never beat Tom Brady, and this team almost fully was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Yeah.
The offensive line changed a couple pieces here or there, but most of their core is still the same team that won the Super Bowl, and they were at home. And Dak just cut them apart. They had 5 TDs, no turnovers. He had a CPOE, which is a completion percentage above expected, which basically means they, on an average play, what would be the expected completion percentage of this play?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dak was 13% higher.
Oh, wow.
13% CPOE. His EPA per play, which is like how many points you score per play, pretty much over the expected of that play. And his was a third of a point per play, 0.74. He had like a 28 something total EPA, like just disgusting. Like it was crazy. So yeah, I got to give it to him. I think he balled out. I think this is the best game of his career.
Dude, the way that the game started to the way it ended, I mean, it's insane to think about the numbers that Dak ended up with when you think about that first series.
The first two, really, in the first two series, they went 3 and out both times. And in the last play of the second series, he was sacked. His only sack that they got credited for the whole game. So after those first 2 drives, the minute he settled down, it was he toasted him from then on.
Yeah, was this the best game of Dak's career for me? Absolutely. You think about everything that was on the line, just the numbers speaking for themselves, and then just to win a playoff game on the road to finally beat Brady. I mean, this was easily the most meaningful game, but yeah, absolutely the biggest win, the best game of his career.
I agree. He was a monster.
So we know Dak had a good game. Mike, people have been talking about Micah all day as well. But is there another player you think deserves some credit for their performance yesterday?
Oh, I came up with this question just for you to get to answer it because I knew who the guy had to be and he deserved it. So you get to go first on this one.
Well, Mike, I'm gonna disappoint you here a little bit. I know you tossed me a softball. As much as I liked Mukuamu and what he did, to my untrained eye, the only play that really stood out to me in his performance last night was the fumble that got called back. Again, I mean, he had 4 total tackles. He played a great all-around game, but he did only end up playing like, I believe it was 45% of snaps. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That sounds about right.
I don't think enough people are talking about what LVE did last night, Mike.
Led the team in tackles. He equaled Mukuamu in pass defenses. They both had 2.
Yeah.
Man, I thought you were going to go. Mukuamu is your draft guy.
No, he is. He's my pet cat, Mike. But can you, again, to my untrained eye, tell me what was your evaluation of his performance last night?
Well, he was excellent, man. I mean, to play safety all basically your whole 2 years you've been here under Dan Quinn.
Yeah.
And then they come in and they had him play the 4th nickel corner. Like, hey, man, good luck. We're going to put you in, and we're going to press. Like, all right, you're going in there. You're playing press against whoever comes in there. Mike Evans, Gage, Julio Jones, Godwin, whoever. We're just going to line you up against them and press. And, I mean, he gave up that catch to Godwin that was a fumble that was called back. The guy was down. But I just thought he was awesome. Now, that being said, LVE had a better game.
Yeah.
LVE was everywhere. 9 tackles, 5 solo, 2 pass defenses. Both his pass defenses were like in the deep middle too. Like you don't see them out there often. And yeah, LVE was a better answer. I just thought for sure you were going Mukuamu for sure.
Well, again, Mike, I always say this: you're the brains of the operation. So things that you notice will go over my head. You know what I mean, if you will, because I don't notice things like that. If it doesn't show up, if it's not like I don't want to say all I notice are highlight plays, but if it's not like something that you might see in the stat sheet or maybe a couple of things that you don't see in the highlight reel, it might go unnoticed and sometimes unappreciated for me.
Well, you know that. I think you notice it more than you think. I think what it is putting it from what you've seen and not seeing it like on the stat sheet and stuff, and then putting into like, okay, what does that mean as far as like, okay, you had 2 pass defenses and a couple of tackles. Well, you know what else did he do there? That's a it's not the easiest thing to articulate,
Right.
So I think you noticed that. I mean, when I said throw you the softball, it's not like you were like, oh, Mukwama wasn't any good. Like, he played a good game. We're out there. But you're absolutely right. Answering wise, LVE was a better answer. I personally had Tyler Smith. I just think
I thought about him too.
The kids guard all training camp. Then has to move to tackle the week of playing the first game. Moves to tackle, plays there almost all year, and then Biotish gets hurt a week before the friggin' playoffs. He moves into left guard, and then Dallas goes, hey, you know what? We got him at left guard already. We're playing these big boys, Hicks and Vita Vea. They're not really great edge rush, they're not a good edge rush team. Let's just put Peters out there, get some more beef, let Tyler Smith play inside with the big boys, leave Tyron on the right side, and we can attack this Buccaneers defense better with bulk than we can with, agility and stuff. And okay, great game plan. And then a couple series in, Jason Peters out for the game. All right, well, move back out to left tackle and just don't allow. He had 1 negative play the whole game. Like, he was just crazy. The kid's crazy and a rookie. Like, it's insane that what he's done this year, like, is so unappreciated, but appreciated because the position. We all understand that Dak is upright. Dak is not getting sacked all the time. He's the left tackle. You're doing a good job. Good job. But it's still unappreciated compared to like, oh my God, this rookie's moved around like 17 times, moves around during 2 different games, and it's just, yeah, wherever. Just put me wherever. I'll do my job. Like, Tyler Smith is bonkers. I just want to make sure he got credit for jumping in and outside during that game.
The way he's playing, I mean, this guy should have probably been a top 10 pick at least, dude.
It's shocking how well he's playing. I won't say he was overall. He wasn't as good as Rashawn Slater, who was like all pro dominant. But by the end of the year, dude, you just didn't. I mean, he barely had penalties at left tackle. Like, he eliminated people. Like, he just put him where he needs to go. And he's going to play hard, and he has the physical tools to play with anybody, left tackle or left guard. I'll play with whoever. I have the physical tools to do that. And sometimes Aaron Donald got him a couple times. Aaron Donald's great too. You're going to get got by great people. I seen guys get Zach Martin. It happens. It's rare, but it happens. So the rookie got a couple times, but overall, he's been this whole rookie class, but he has been like a revelation.
Dude, just remember the reaction on draft night when he got drafted, dude.
Me, I had him I always said he would be a good pick. Always. This was not where I went out of control or crazy. But I said, give him 2-3 years. Let him build in a position. He'll be a good. I didn't see this year one. Did not.
No, absolutely. I don't think anybody did, Mike. Well, let's move along here. We had some big names come back from injury last night, play some big roles for us. Who returning from injury had the biggest impact on the game last night?
Oh, you know what? I flipped my page the wrong way. That's at 45 minutes of sleep. I was like, this looks like a Tampa Bay preview, not a review. I think you nailed it. LVE.
Yeah.
Led the team in tackles, a couple of pass deflections, as we said earlier. And he gives you that, like, they didn't play Damone Clark, basically. So Anthony Barr is the bigger dude. This is more about big guys and not speed in this game. Tampa Bay isn't equipped with a bunch of, speedsters. They're going to be tactical and efficient and move the ball like that. And so Dan Quinn adjusted accordingly and said, we'll get bigger, and play bigger. And that's why Barr and LVE played more of the linebacker snaps. And Damone Clark, I don't even know if he got in the game on defense, to be honest with you. So, I got to give LVE props. He man, it's gotten to where it was like, if he comes back, that's fine. And then during the year, you're like, well, we have Damone Clark, so we definitely don't need LVE back. Now it's like, damn, you might have to give him a little bit of money to get him back here. He's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, it's LVE as well, Mike. But you think about the offensive line's performance, dude. Tyler Biadasz was a warm welcome back.
That was my other thing, and I think overall he was more impactful. But as far as play on the field, he had to go against Vita Vea and Hicks, and they were throwing him around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He was struggling. So that's the only reason he can get the nod for me, is he had a kind of a struggle performance, but overall impact at getting everybody to move back to their spots. Biadasz is the guy for sure.
Yes, sir. At what point, Mike, did you think that we had the game in the bag last night?
When we scored our fourth touchdown and it was 24-0, and we had missed 3 extra points, but it's an extra point. So I just assumed, all right, Maher's going to knock it through. We're up 4 scores. This game's over. And then he missed the extra point. And I was like, God damn it. And so I went back to, all right, I'm a little bit concerned. And then I think when Lamb scored, I officially was like, that's ball game.
Yeah. Man, what a call. What a play. A 4th down, up 24. You don't take the easy 3, and then Jack kind of seals the game with that play, dude.
And Kellen Moore in his bag, he had that schemed up for Tampa. He said, this is what they're going to run on this, and we're going to get them with it right here. And sure enough, they fooled the shit out of them. It was perfect.
Dude, seeing CeeDee Lamb not wide open, it was mouth dropping, jaw dropping.
The ball is just leaving Dak's hands, and Schultz could be seen on the field like touchdown.
Man,
he didn't have to wait for it. It was like Steph Curry shooting up a 3. He just knew it was going in.
Kellen Moore, my God, man, the game that he had last night.
You're going to need to bring that against the 49ers now, but I'm not getting ahead to that. We won. I'm enjoying
it. Yeah, let's relish this moment for a bit. For me, at what point did I think we had the game in the bag? I don't know if this is because of all the heartbreak of being a Cowboys fans, all the leads that we've let slip away, Mike. Just all the things that, if you're a Cowboys fan, you know what I'm referring to, that we've had to experience over the years. But it really wasn't until there's about 2 minutes left in the game, and after the onside kick recovery, I honestly started kind of getting worried, because it seemed like, I don't know, man, something weird is going to happen, and they're going to get to like 21 points, or I just felt like something was going to happen. But yeah, it wasn't until about that point that I started getting a little bit worried. But at the same time, I was like, even if they do score here, I mean, for them to score 2 more touchdowns after this, it's pretty unlikely. So I'm feeling pretty good now.
Yeah, that by that time I was already like, celebrating, and I was all, we beat them, we're gonna go on to the next round. Like I was dancing around, and yeah, I was in celebration mode by the time basically they got to 14 even. I was already like, oh, you got 14 points. What is that? Garbage time? That's what they say about Dak. Doesn't count. Right.
Did you crack open a coldie? I know you're still on the reset, but did you take a shot, celebration shot, crack open a beer or anything? Or
reset is over. I'm eating within the reset, but like I had the pizza yesterday.
Right.
I did have a shot with Mitchell, which I'm not. I want to be off alcohol completely, but celebration shot. You got to do it.
Yeah, of course. Shout out to Quiet Bro Crum too. Give him a follow on Twitter, even though he's never on there.
Never. He's never on. But follow him anyway. It's all good.
So, Micah, you kind of touched on your reaction after Maher's fourth missed extra points. So let's move on to the next question here. And do you believe all the things that Dan Quinn said about keeping things vanilla were true after last night's performance?
I do. Absolutely. And what convinced me more than anything is Washington was basically like, yeah, they weren't really playing hard. They were avoiding injury and they weren't really showing anything. Like that's Washington players were saying that. So
yeah,
I believe the vanilla. And I always wanted coordinators to game plan for their competition. And I felt like that Dan Quinn especially did that masterfully against Tampa Bay. Like they going to press man after this long, like at almost every big down, just something I did not expect. And the team pulled it off. They the other corner had to hit his press and not just get burnt for 50 yards every time, and he was able to do it. It was incredible.
Did you notice any other than press man? Did you notice any maybe formations on the defensive line or any sort of stunts or anything that Dan Quinn used last night that threw Brady off that caught your eye?
Just the movement of Micah instead of putting him just at edge, blitzing him from right under the center, blitzing him off center from the linebacker position. That stuff was definitely impacting Brady. He was seeing honestly, they blitzed only 6 times, and the pass rush yesterday was okay. It wasn't like it was in the first, 7-8 weeks of the year by far. It wasn't even near that. And Brady was seeing ghosts everywhere. He was terrified of Micah Parsons coming to get him. So, that the movement of Micah, and they're going to need to do that next week because we need Purdy's first thing is not to be like, what's this? What's that? His first thing is, where's Micah right now? Oh, shit, he's over here. Okay. We have something adjusted to that. Look where he's at. He's not over Trent Williams where we can leave him one-on-one. He's over this guy. We better watch out for a blitz. Or, I want them moving Purdy Parsons every other play so that Purdy, has to keep an eye out for him.
One of my favorite plays from the defense last night was Jonathan Hankins getting that sack, dude.
It was great. Also set up by Micah Parsons.
Yes.
It was the fact that it's him. Like, who can get – oh, that's the first guy to get him? Friggin' Hankins, non-sack guy?
Man, your boy Donovan Wilson had a crazy game last night, dude.
He was hitting all over the place. That has been my guy. Man, I'd like to be able to bring him and LVE back, but I don't know if they're going to be able to.
Yeah, that's a conversation for another day. We'll say that for Frankie Kenneth. Frankie, if you're listening, man, we appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
So let's, Mike, it was a great game last night, but was there anything that kind of concerns you up to this point about that game?
Obviously, Maher. But
yeah,
I mean, you can't. He missed 5 straight extra points. He made the last one with 5 straight. It's crazy. And then the other thing that worries me is just how good the 49ers are. Like, they're going to play a totally different style than Tampa. And are you going to be able to, deal with that? Can you win versus that style of play? That's the next question.
Yeah, Kellen Moore likes to use motion and trick the defense, and of course Dan Quinn likes to trick the offense. But you're talking about one of the originators, or his father was one of the originators, and now we have to put up with Shanahan, and that's my biggest concern too.
Oh, dude, and the teams like where Tampa can't rush 4 and get home. They don't have the edge rushers. San Francisco can. Tampa Bay can't run. San Francisco can. Tampa Bay's more of big pass catchers and make big plays, like even in coverage, even in good coverage. The Niners receivers are about like getting the ball and making you miss and making a play, and being big playmakers in a different way. And so now you got to come in with a totally different strategy than what you had, and your team has to execute just as well on short rest on another road game. So, but this is not going to be easy.
Yeah, you think about Debo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and Christian McCaffrey, and George Kittle. So many different skill sets that are perfectly used. It's all really, man, if we can just get to Brock Purdy, we have a chance, but that's a scary thing to try to stop.
Yeah, it's scary when you think like, well, if our pass rush doesn't get there, we don't have a shot. That's scary.
Yeah, absolutely. Mike, this might be a little bit premature, but after last night's victory, has Mike McCarthy earned a contract extension?
Not an extension. I think he has 3 more years left. So he can now play another year out and see how he does, because we need growth now. It's not, if he would have lost like he did last year against the Niners, it's not growth. So now that he's grown and made it to the divisional round, not that he's out yet, but he's made it minimum to the divisional round. Now you keep him around another year and you give him a chance to grow on whatever ends up coming to pass.
I don't know why. I thought for some reason he only had a 4-year deal.
Maybe it is. I thought it was 5. But either way, 2 to 3 more years, like 2 full seasons after this season or 3 full seasons.
Okay. Because, yeah, I mean, 2020, 2021, and then 2022, that's 3 years right there. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know who we would move on to if we did fire Mike McCarthy is the thing. And seeing what he's done in just these 3 years, man, I mean, I wouldn't be mad if they gave him an extension.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't bother me. I didn't think about this is year 3 because the first year was Dak's injury. So yeah. I was thinking 2 more years, maybe 3, but it's actually 1 more year, maybe 2. So, okay, extension's not so bad. I wouldn't mind that.
All right, Mike, here we are with your views from the sidelines. And, after the Green Bay loss, you were saying you wanted to see a little bit more from Dak. But since then, has your opinion on Dak changed since that Green Bay loss?
I got to say yes, because this is what I asked for after that Green Bay loss. Big games, step up, win these type of games, whether it be, doesn't mean that he has to win them in the last 2 minutes of the drive, down by 4, you score a touchdown, like blow those teams out. That's fine. If they had the ability to go and get up 20-0 on the 49ers, and Brock Purdy had to throw the ball everywhere, and we strip sacked him and returned another touchdown and ended up beating San Francisco by 20 points, it would keep it going. It would make me feel great about it. So I'm not going to knock that he didn't win a close game. He went into a playoff game on the road, ticked off all those marks about can't play here, can't play this, can't play road, can't win grass, can't do this, can't do the other, and can't beat Tom Brady. He did all that. So, I mean, I gotta say that an adjustment that he did what I asked him to do.
So, I mean, has your opinion on him as far as where he would rank among other quarterbacks in the league changed at all?
Let me see. I would have Allen slightly better because how he performed versus Kansas City. But, I mean, that's around where I would have him at the moment. He jumps up the tier above Cousins and Carr because they're more wild card quarterbacks at best. I would have him Mahomes, Allen. If I could go through my head, Rodgers probably is still got to get the credit. Burrow would have to get in there. Hurts has to be somewhere in that area after this year, and I got to see him do it another year. But right now, as we speak, I would say he's in that 5 to 8 range.
Oh, okay. I like that. All right, Mark. Here we are with one word. Use one word to describe Dak's Dak's wild card performance was blank.
Arousing.
Oh,
Mhm.
was not expecting that at all. I like that.
Yeah. He had me football horny.
Hey, man, you're not the only one. For me, Dak goes 25 for 33, 305 pass yards, 5 total TDs, no turnovers, QBR of 143.3, and a road playoff win for the first time in 30 years for this Cowboys franchise. Dak's wild card performance was masterful to me, Mike.
That's it was a master class. That's a good word. It was nearly perfect.
It doesn't feel real. Is that weird?
Just wait. Just give it till you're nervous about San Francisco in about 3 days. Don't worry. It's gonna get real on you real quick coming up.
It's like I won't allow myself to be happy about this win. I keep trying to find something wrong with it.
Well, the thing that's wrong with it again is that the next team up is the Niners, and they're really freaking good, and they're going to be a challenge, and you could play your best game against the Niners, and they could play their best game and beat you. Like they're that kind of talented. Yeah. So yeah, it's really because we want to see them win this upcoming game. Niners knocked you out. You talked all year about it. We know Parsons talked smack about it the whole year. Like, we want them back. We got punked, this and that. And so here you go. Now you got your wish. Now you got to, as in any rematch, you have to up the stakes like WWE. You lose a match, you want a rematch. All right, but you got to put your career on the line. You got to put you got to up the stakes. Well, the up the stakes is it's at San Francisco. So now we're going to their house. And we want to show them that we were the better team last year, and they punked us, but we just weren't prepared, and we're going to be prepared for them this time. That's what they want to show.
I can't even imagine if we win this game, dude.
NFC title game. First thing we got is Eagles Giants. Let's go Giants.
Yes, sir. All right, Mike, here we are with top 5. Of course, we're going to talk about food tonight. This week, we're going to rank our top 5 favorite tacos. Of course, they can be homemade. They can be from your favorite restaurant, whatever it be, your favorite taco truck. So, Mike, start us off. What's your number 5 on your favorite taco list?
The last one's still up in the air because I have carnitas tacos, which I really like, but I feel like I've got to get breakfast tacos in there. Breakfast tacos are so good. Steak and chorizo with eggs, a little green salsa, fried potatoes, maybe a slice of avocado. So, I mean, I have to sneak breakfast tacos in there somewhere. So the carnitas at the food truck that I go to, that is like the best in Fresno. You're getting booted to 6th. I apologize because breakfast is the most important meal of the day, sir.
Mike, this is going to be similar to my Red Baron pizza. I don't know if you saw my list, but number 5 on my list. I've been eating these since I was a kid. These were probably some of my Nana's favorite tacos, R.I.P.
Food.
Jack in the Box tacos, baby.
You know what? If we're mailing this in, I'm going to turn my hair on.
Dude, it's not a mail-in. When's the last time you had a Jack in the Box taco?
I don't eat fast food.
Okay, when you did eat fast food, did you not crush Jack in the Box tacos?
No, I'll be honest. I ate Taco Bell a lot when I was younger. It's not great. Oh, my that's my tablet. I'm not even joking. I'm turning my. If we're going Jack in the Box tacos, I'm turning my damn chair on, and I'm going to get
okay.
I got 45 minutes sleep. I'm getting my relax on for the last bit of this.
No, but let me plead my case. It's about cost. It's nostalgic. I mean, I grew up eating these things, Mike, and they're seriously the hot sauce, the cheese, just all of it together. Of course, I know it's soy-based meat, but dude, it's a classic taco, bro.
Is it soy-based meat?
Yeah, it's not even meat. It's soy.
I'm just gonna enjoy my massage. You pick whatever. Jesus Christ. Fast food tacos? You don't have a
Brother,
favorite taco truck around there or something? Oh.
Mike, hear me out. You've just had a couple of beers. You're going home. You've got some loose change. You're hungry, dude. You get those things fresh out of the fryer. They're hard to beat, bro.
Are they taquitos?
No, they're like a fried corn tortilla shell with the soy meat, the lettuce, this like taco sauce that's really really good, a vinegar based hot sauce, and then lettuce, like fresh lettuce. It's really good, dude.
I can
A
understand
little too
like,
much lettuce.
if it was like I don't know. I just when I hear like best, like top 5 favorite tacos, I think like they're the 5 best that I eat more than I think like, well, when you're drunk and you ain't got no money, come on, man. You gotta talk about tacos.
Hey, but that one thing about our top 5 is when we rank. I know sometimes I go a little bit more on the nostalgic side, and you always go for quality, always quality.
That's true. And it's your top 5. So if what is it? Jack in the Box. If I can't believe it's not Taco Bell or Del Taco just because they're taco in the name. But if Jack in the foot part, that's the foot massage part, makes me sore. Yeah, go do your thing, man. If you want to get drunk and have some Jack in the Box tacos, you go ahead.
I wonder, does Mitch off the fast food as well, or does he still eat fast food?
He will eat it, but the thing is because I typically make food that he can have, you know, you guys don't even understand how good this chair is. He doesn't have it too often.
No, I just wonder. I wonder if he likes Jack in the Box tacos. I guess
I'll ask him. That's a good question. He's a Taco Bell guy. I know
Okay.
he still has Taco Bell.
Yeah. All right, Michael. Let's move on to number 4. Number 4 on my list was actually what you snuck into number 5 on yours. I'm going breakfast taco, huevos a la mexicana with bacon, cheese, and of course you got to have the refried beans, and it has to be on a homemade flour tortilla.
I honestly thought it was going to be like the Crunch Melt breakfast Crunch Melt at Taco Bell.
Come on. I don't really eat that much fast food. If I'm eating fast food, Mike, it's usually Whataburger, to be honest with you.
Whataburger. I hear that's really good. I wish I could try that because I don't really get involved in I tell everybody, hey, I love In-N-Out, but I don't really get involved in a debate because how can I argue if Whataburger could, I love In-N-Out, but Whataburger could be so good that it makes In-N-Out trash. I don't know. So I wish I could try it just to be able to like go, wow, you guys think this is better than In-N-Out? Or, oh man, I get it. It's friggin' great, you know?
No, I think if you're going just a traditional cheeseburger, I think In-N-Out is better. But I like, Whataburger has a good patty melt. They have a good cheeseburger, don't get me wrong. But I think you're comparing just cheeseburger to cheeseburger, In-N-Out for me.
Yeah, the In-N-Out fries are not good. So they're definitely not winning.
Absolutely not. Mike, what's number 4 on your list?
Number 4 for me is beer battered fish tacos.
Mm-hmm.
This typically comes with some kind of cooling slaw and some kind of Mexican cheese like queso fresco and some kind of spicy sauce like a chipotle mayo. It's not really the like green or red salsas you would get with tacos. You want more of a mayo based or a thicker sauce with that.
Yeah.
That brings you spice. So yeah, beer battered fish tacos. And you can put whatever tilapia.
So
yeah, tilapia works, catfish works, you can put whatever ones you want.
All right, Mike, number 3 on your list.
Number 3 on my list is a crunchy shell chili verde taco. And I know I'm going to get crap for how I say chili verde, but It's at Pico, a place called Pico de Gallo. I can make it, but if I want to be lazy, there's a place called Pico de Gallo that they're incredible there. The verde is really good. The shells are like they're the right size, and you could tell they fry them right there. Like they take a tortilla and fry it and make it a crunchy shell, and then they do the lettuce, cheese, tomatoes, and it is just awesome. It's like if chili verde nachos like went in a carrier instead of like nacho chips. It's perfect.
I'm not sure I've ever had chili verde.
Too much of that Jack in the Box at late night.
I guess so.
It's all it is tomatillos and a bunch of different chilies and garlic that are roasted together and then blended together with some seasonings. And typically you put it over roasted pork and you simmer it for a really long time until the pork breaks down. And then boom, that's chili verde.
Okay. Wait, does it have potatoes in it?
No.
Okay.
You could add potatoes though, wouldn't hurt it.
All right, Mike. Number 3 on my list. I'm going with the street taco, carnitas, cilantro, onions, and green salsa. Baby, have to have it.
All right, now we're back on track.
Carnitas, dude. Man, I love carnitas, dude.
It was a battle to get that because there's this taco truck called, God, I don't even want to say it. It's like a town in Mexico. It's like Michoacan or something like that. I totally can't say it right. But I hit it up. It's on the way from my work to my house. And I stop there all the time. And it's like, if there's not carnitas, I don't even want anything. It is. It's so good. I love it. Oh.
Man, I haven't had food off the. I haven't had a street taco. Or I haven't had like a eaten off the food truck in a while, man. I'm gonna have to fix that craving this week.
Got to, man. It's so good. Oh, this thing is going into my spine. So I need to do this like every podcast. This is incredible.
You use that thing every day, right?
Oh yeah, at least once a day, typically twice. Like a post, you could do it to stretch out before a workout. It has post workout settings. It has relax settings. I'm doing stretch, and I like stretch because the pads in the legs grab your leg, and then when it shows me moving, it's like pulling it along with it. And it is like the best feeling. It grabs your ankle, your calf, and right here at your knee area, and it just stretches it. And I turn the intensity up on it because I like it to like really grab on. It feels so good.
I'm jealous, man. I'm very jealous.
Oh, I love it.
All right, Mike, number 2 on my list. I guess I could have been. This is really the only place I've had a consistently good fish taco, so that's why I put it on here. But I'm going with a place called Fuzzy's Tacos. They specialize in what they call Baja tacos, but it's the beer-battered fried fish taco. They serve it with pico, feta, lettuce, shredded cheese, and there's homemade garlic sauce. Oh, man, it's so good.
Sauce?
No.
Okay. Well, because it was Baja fish tacos, so I was wondering if they used a Baja.
Yeah, they call all their tacos, they say they're Baja-style tacos for whatever reason.
I wonder if that is a thing. Like, I don't know if it's just, what's the name of the place?
Fuzzies.
I'll look that up. Maybe Baja style is like, it means like that it's fried with a slaw, That could be Baja style.
Well, I don't know if it's because they serve it. I guess, man, I don't know why they'd call it a Baja when it's just served on a corn tortilla. But like I said, they call all their tacos Baja.
All right,
Baja style tacos. Man, if you ever see a Fuzzies, I'd recommend eating it, dude. They have delicious queso, bro.
All right, I will for sure. I don't think we have that around here though.
I wouldn't think so, man. With all the amazing Mexican food around there.
Yeah, that's what makes this one tough because this is one of the few ones where I have 1, 2 to 3, depending on the barbacoa, but 2 to 3 of my tacos are not ones that I make. And you know how I like to do ones that I make myself.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Mike, what's number 2 on your list?
I kind of gave it away right there when I was talking, 45 minutes sleep. But beef barbacoa tacos. Just barbacoa is a Asian pear Sprite. Is gochujang in there? Or is sriracha one of them? I have a recipe for one, but it's so good. Like the mix of spicy and sweet is incredible. And it just is perfect for a taco. Beef barbacoa. If you can find that anywhere, just try it. Pineapple. I think it has pineapple too. It's really good.
If I go somewhere and there's no carnitas, I'll always go to barbacoa, dude.
That's the 2. We're simpatico right there.
Yes, sir. I haven't had barbacoa in so long, man.
I had it a couple months back, but it's been a while.
Yeah. All right, Mike, here we are, number 1. What's number 1 on your list?
It's the quesadilla tacos. It's the one where, you know what I'm talking about, where the cheese is like baked onto the tortilla, and then you get that like consomme dipping sauce. They had those at Disney California Adventures, and they were, and typically I go there and I try stuff in the park. It's like, they had really, like, you could tell that they braised their beef, that the consomme was from that liquid. Like you could taste the meat inside the dipping liquid. And the tortilla had the cheese, and I was shocked because I have it here, in Fresno at the food trucks and stuff, and it's unbelievable. But you don't expect to get that kind of quality item inside the park. That's more for mass reproduction, get the stuff out. Pizza, I love their corn dogs there, but it's like stuff like that. You don't expect a slow cooked taco dish and then just throw it in a tortilla. No, you got to bake the cheese on the tortilla or grill the cheese on the tortilla, and you have to make a consomme to dip it in. Like you just don't expect that type of dish there, and it was incredible.
A birria taco. I've only had them once, dude, but man, the consomme, just all of it together, so good.
It's like a taco French dip.
Oh, for real. Perfect example, Mike. Okay, number 1, man, I'm going. This is a bit more nostalgic for me. I haven't had them again, in a long time. But RIP to my Nana. But man, Nana's tacos, and what it is, she fries them. She makes taco meat, and then she mixes it with this homemade queso, like a Velveeta with her homemade salsa. She'll mix that up with the meat. She'll put it in a corn tortilla and then fry them. But it's the fried corn tortillas with the taco meat and then mixed with queso, her homemade salsa, fresh lettuce and fresh tomato. Dude, like taco night at her house was, if you missed it, you were like, man, how could you not call me? It was like an experience being at her house on taco night.
That's the best. That's the way to finish it.
Yeah.
Something like that. That just, like, I ate already and I'm hungry thinking about like, okay, she fries the shells. She has this her own special like meat mixture that she makes. And then that does she just melt Velveeta, or does she put the salsa inside the cheese?
Yeah, she would make the queso, like put the salsa in the cheese, make the queso, and then put some of that queso with the beef to kind of like use it as a binder so it would stay in the tortilla better, and then she'd fry it. Oh my god, bro. Perfect. I wish you could have one, dude. Seriously.
Me too. I legit wish I could have one.
So perfect, man. And then she always had to get like the best tomatoes, like the freshest lettuce, because she grew up on a farm, so she knew how to pick vegetables and everything, dude. Man.
That's amazing. Well, you may have bummed me out with your first selection, but you made me happy with your fifth one or your first.
Well, Mike, I'm glad I could make you happy. I know the Cowboys made us both happy last night, sir.
Yes, sir. It's not often that the football talk overrides the food talk, but this is one of those weeks where I was happy to go football first and happy with the football, and then look at this timing. All right,
I know, right?
Let me just. Perfect.
Well, Mike, before on your way to Cloud9, remind the people they can find you on Twitter, sir.
At massagechair.com. No. Letter C, letter D, Piglet, at CD Piglet, guys. Nice and easy.
Guys, I'm Paul Ryan. You can find me on Twitter at Paul_Ryan15. We appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you guys next week.